Why do we suffer, and how can we live better lives? These questions have haunted humanity for centuries and have been the foundation for countless philosophies. Today, we'll take a deep dive into two of the most influential ones, Stoicism and Buddhism. These ancient traditions come from vastly different worlds, Rome and India, but share striking similarities while offering unique perspectives on life, resilience, and meaning. We'll explore their main ideas, the remarkable lives of their founders, and how their teachings have shaped not just individuals, but entire societies. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you love exploring deep ideas that can make a difference in your daily life. Now let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Stoicism and Buddhism, though separated by thousands of miles and cultural differences, both tackle one of life's biggest challenges: how to find peace in a world full of chaos. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, writing his famous meditations at night after long days filled with political intrigue and war. Now picture Siddartha Gautama, a prince in ancient India who left behind a life of luxury to seek the truth about human suffering. These two figures, despite their vastly different circumstances, were both searching for ways to navigate life's challenges without losing themselves in despair. Stoicism began in the bustling markets of Athens around 300 BCE, founded by Zeno of Citium. Zeno was a merchant who, after losing everything in a shipwreck, turned to philosophy to rebuild his life. He started teaching in the Stoa Poikile, a painted porch, giving the philosophy its name. Fast forward to the Roman Empire, and Stoicism took on a more practical edge, thanks to thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and, of course, Marcus Aurelius. These men weren't just philosophers, they were statesmen, slaves, and emperors, living out their beliefs in real and often brutal conditions. For Marcus, Stoicism wasn't a luxury. It was a survival tool. As an emperor, he faced constant pressure, wars on multiple fronts, and personal tragedies, including the loss of his children. Through it all, his writings reveal a man striving to stay virtuous, calm, and rational. His guiding principle: focus on what's within your control and let go of the rest. This idea remains as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. Now let's shift gears to Buddhism, which emerged about 200 years earlier in ancient India. Siddhartha Gautama, later known as the Buddha, grew up sheltered in luxury, unaware of life's harsher realities. But everything changed when he encountered the four sights: old age, sickness, death, and a wandering ascetic. These experiences shook him to his core, leading him to renounce his royal life and embark on a spiritual journey. After years of ascetic practices and meditation, Siddhartha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, becoming the Buddha. From there, he began teaching the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, a practical guide to ending suffering by overcoming attachment and desire. Buddhism spread rapidly, evolving into various schools and traditions as it traveled across Asia and eventually the world. At their core, Stoicism and Buddhism both emphasize inner transformation as the key to a better life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Buddha taught something similar, that suffering arises not from external circumstances, but from our reactions to them. Both philosophies teach us to look inward, to take responsibility for our own peace of mind. But the methods they propose are quite different. Stoicism focuses on rationality, discipline, and living in harmony with nature's laws. It's about aligning your will with the universe, accepting its ups and downs as part of a greater whole. Buddhism, on the other hand, invites you to step outside the cycle of desire altogether. It's less about controlling your reactions and more about dissolving the ego that fuels those reactions in the first place. The influence of these philosophies extends far beyond their original contexts. Stoicism shaped the legal and ethical frameworks of Western civilization, influencing figures from Thomas Jefferson to Nelson Mandela. Meanwhile, Buddhism not only transformed the spiritual landscape of Asia, but also inspired movements for non-violence and mindfulness practices that are now popular worldwide. What's truly fascinating is how these traditions have adapted to modern times. Today, you can find CEOs practicing Stoic principles to stay calm under pressure, while millions turn to Buddhist meditation apps to manage stress. The fact that these ancient teachings remain so relevant speaks volumes about their universal appeal. Now let's look at the lives of the key figures behind these philosophies. Marcus Aurelius, as an emperor, dealt with the harsh realities of ruling an empire: wars, political betrayals, and personal losses. His Meditations wasn't written for publication, but as a private journal to help him stay grounded amidst the chaos. The Buddha's journey was different, but equally transformative. His enlightenment wasn't just about personal peace, it was a blueprint for anyone seeking to break free from suffering. And while Marcus dealt with external challenges, the Buddha focused on the internal, offering tools to quiet the mind and cultivate compassion. In a world that often feels overwhelming, the lessons of Stoicism and Buddhism offer a sense of stability. Whether it's Marcus Aurelius reminding us to focus on what we can control, or the Buddha teaching us to let go of attachments, these philosophies provide timeless strategies for resilience. They don't promise to fix the chaos of the world, but they do offer a way to navigate it with grace. So what resonates with you the most? Stoicism's emphasis on rational control, Buddhism's focus on mindfulness, or maybe a mix of both? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this exploration insightful, make sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can keep uncovering the wisdom of the past to better navigate the challenges of today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.